your forecast first. Sponsored by Natex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us late on your Thursday night. A pretty nice day overall, lots of sunshine, but also lots of heat and humidity with those temperatures today into the low 90s, but we're feeling more like into the hundreds. Now, it was dry throughout most of our viewing area, but a few areas, mainly down southwest of our viewing area, did see a few sprinkles move through, but now all of that is behind us, and we are turning our attention yet again to these temperatures. They were again into the 90s today, and we are staying on the mild side into the 70s across the board here. 77 in Effingham, 76 in Mattoon, also in Champaign, 72 in Paris, and 73 in Watseka. And we still have a very warm forecast to talk about here. I'll be showing that to you coming up. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
Many events have been canceled this year, and that's a problem for one city when some of them are used to help stop violence.
He was really a sweet soul.
A beating turned deadly last night, killing a homeless man. Now his friends are left mourning. Lemonade stands are one way for kids to make money, but they're not keeping their profits. We'll tell you who they're giving it to.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Jessica Coons. People have been hurt or killed in 18 shootings so far this year in Champaign. The most recent was last night when police say a 17-year-old was shot in his car. The city usually hosts events and block parties to bring people together and unite against violence, but that isn't happening this summer. WCIA 3's Jennifer Jensen has more.
Every year, Champaign's Neighborhood Services Department puts on events in the city to give people fun activities to do to fill their time and build a bond between people in different communities. This has been one way to combat the persistent violence, like shootings. But the potential for these large public gatherings to possibly spread coronavirus caused those events to be canceled for now.
The community has had to sacrifice some of those opportunities to come together. You know, every summer we look forward to coming together and having those festivals and block parties and being outside. But this year, unfortunately, due to the pandemic, we've just had to say, you know, let's hold off on that.
The Neighborhood Services Department has converted to meeting with neighborhood safety groups virtually to maintain momentum to curb the violence in the city. Reporting, I'm Jennifer Jensen, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
The city will not be hosting large events until at least Labor Day, and at that point they'll reevaluate to see if it's possible and socially responsible to bring them back. A man who police say was behind one of the recent shootings was in court today. Goffart Whitley was charged with attempted murder and aggravated discharge of a firearm. Police say he was on a bike when he shot a 73-year-old man last week. They believe the two knew each other. No word on how that man is doing. If Whitley is convicted, he faces up to 30 years in prison. Champaign police are investigating after a homeless man was beaten to death. Police say witnesses saw 3 men robbing and physically assaulting Todd Ledbetter last night. It happened at a bench near Westside Park. Ledbetter's friends have brought flowers and started a memorial. See You at Home says Ledbetter has been a frequent visitor at the shelter for 2 years. Their executive director says he and the team are having a hard time with the loss of one of their friends.
For those friends that knew Todd and loved him, he was a joy to have around, and he will be missed tremendously.
Ledbetter also frequented Emmanuel Memorial Episcopal Church right next to the bench where he died. Church leaders say they knew him well and are filled with sadness. Funeral plans are set for 3 victims in the shooting at Bonomatic in Springfield. Marcia Strumpfer's visitation is July 5th from 3 to 6. Her funeral is the next day at 3 p.m. at Staub Funeral Home. Chris Aumiller's family will hold a celebration of life tomorrow at Pawnee Christian Church. William Gibbons' family had a visitation on Wednesday. Rantoul police are investigating after shots were fired this morning. It happened near the corner of Ader and Mather Drives. Someone who called it in says they thought they heard fireworks. Police found bullet casings in the street. There are no suspects at this time. Two people were seriously hurt after a crash in Coles County. This happened on 1000 North, about half a mile west of 980 East. Police say a 77-year-old woman veered into the lane of a 67-year-old woman and hit her head on. Both were taken to the hospital. Turning now to the latest on COVID-19, the state announced 869 new cases for a total of nearly 145,000. The positivity rate for the last 7 days is 2.6%. Illinois also announced 36 additional deaths for a total of nearly 7,000. We have more information about what schools will look like this fall. The State Board of Education is clearing up part of its plan. Face masks will be required in schools, but they're saying face shields will not work as a substitute. The board said, quote, face shields have not been deemed effective for source control and are only to be used when other methods of protection are not available or appropriate. The original plan said teachers could wear face shields. Teachers said they would work better than masks so students could see them pronouncing words and students could better follow along. Some stores in Urbana will now offer sidewalk shopping. Mayor Diane Marlin has an emergency order in place allowing retailers to sell on sidewalks. Businesses have to apply for a permit, but it's free. Sidewalk sales will go through this month and will auto-renew depending on guidelines.
So this gives us a way to draw attention to retail being open. If they have things out on their sidewalk, people drive by, they walk by, so they can immediately know that that retail store is open for business. And so it just creates more awareness for them.
Shoppers will still have to wear a mask and social distance. Another county fair has had to say no-go to this summer. Today, the Effingham County Fair was canceled. They waited as long as possible to make the decision. The 2021 fair will be July 31st to August 7th. This is an update for you. A judge in Clay County ruled against Governor Pritzker today, declaring his COVID-19 orders void because his emergency powers expired 85 days ago. The court order says the governor on his own has no constitutional authority to restrict a person's movement or to forcibly close a business once his emergency powers expire. The judge said those powers belong to the Illinois Department of Public Health and local health departments. The governor's office plans to appeal the ruling, and they say Phase 4 guidelines remain in effect. The next wave of potential marijuana growers and sellers were supposed to find out if they got their licenses this week, but the governor pushed back the deadline. That delay causes problems for the first wave of social equity applicants. Their applications require significant financial investment, like leasing land for potential sites.
You know, state government, has said to these applicants that they want to do right by them. And the reality is I've been in government for a long time. I know that things don't always go as planned, but the lack of certainty is something that is very troubling for these applicants.
He says some places have tough decisions to make, like renewing deals without knowing if they will get that license or not. The Homer Lake Interpretive Center needs some updates, and you can be part of the process. The current building wasn't made for all of the things the center currently offers. Forest Preserve officials say they will likely need a new building. They're still in the early planning stages, so they want to know how to best serve the people who use it.
We'd hear from the public as far as what else, public meeting space or perhaps type of exhibits, ranging from all the things that have to do with our local environment and nature to maybe some aspects of sustainable agriculture, considering where we are in Champaign County.
The first public meeting will be next Thursday. People can sign up for the virtual meeting. A link can be found on WCIA.com. Many events are still canceled across the state. Why it looked like a car show was in one town. Plus, a lemonade stand is doing more than providing drinks to people, how it's also helping feed them. And one Illini basketball player had his season cut short because of COVID. How he's getting a second chance, said wearing orange and blue.